Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this exercise that we'll be doing today, this banking exercise here at the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank. Allow me to recognize our Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Terrance Drew, Minister of Finance et al., who is the brainchild of this Aspire program. I also want to recognize the CEO of the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank, Mr. Anthony Galloway, Mrs. Lisa Romaine Pistano, who is the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education. And next to her is Dr. Tricia Esdale, who is the Deputy Chief Education Officer within the Ministry of Education. I also want to recognize the CEO of the Cable, Ms. Pat Walters, and the Cable is a premium partner with us in the Aspire program, and also members of her staff who are here who help us quite a bit with the Aspire program and assisting those persons who are applying for the Aspire program. Most importantly though, see all of those people, but there's some more important people who are here, and those are our Aspire participants, the students. And next to them, walking hand in hand with them along this journey, are their parents or guardians, as the case may be. Give yourselves a round of applause as well. Now, the Aspire program was started in 2023 when the Honorable Prime Minister mentioned having a financial literacy education empowerment program for our young people here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And from the time he spoke those words, I was charged with making sure that we make this program come to fruition. And in September 2024, during our independence celebrations, we formally launched the Aspire program for students here in our federation between the ages of 5 and 18. And the program has been growing steadily. It is a revolutionary program where students get $500 in cash savings, as well as $500 towards investment in shares. And most importantly, they get financial literacy education, skills development within their school curriculum as they matriculate through school, from primary school all the way through to college. And that is the significant part. And what's the beauty of this program is that even if you are not a citizen and you're not able to qualify for the program, guess what? You're sitting in the same classrooms with those students and you get that same financial education, empowerment, and literacy. And so that's the beauty of the program. Everybody really wins, quote unquote, with this particular program. And so today, we are here to have a banking exercise with some of our students. The schools have selected, each school was asked to select a student. They're here with their parent or guardian, and they're going to get a real life banking experience, entering the bank, seeing what a bank slip looks like, and they're going to make a deposit. And then there's a special thing that's going to come with that deposit, and I'll allow the Honorable Prime Minister to say that when he gives his remarks. My name is Dr. Marcus Nato. I am the chair of the Aspire program, the Aspire task force in this case. I also want to recognize Miss Sybil Welsh. And I don't know how I could not recognize Miss Sybil Welsh. She's small in stature, but she's powerful, very powerful. And she represents the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank on our task force and has been a pivotal force in the region in championing, in developing financial education literacy curricula for our students. So please help me welcome Sybil as well. She's my friend, she won't hold it against me, okay? And so everyone, again, I want to welcome you. And again, I really want to thank the parents for coming out with the students. I know school is out, I know persons have work obligations, but the fact that you're here means that you really take the program seriously, and you also take the empowerment, financial empowerment and education of your child or ward very seriously. And we want to commend you for that, and we ask that you continue to stay with them and walk with them along this life's journey. At this moment, I will invite the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Terrance Drew, to come and give his address, Please welcome the Honorable Prime Minister.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies, Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Marcus Natter. Can you please put your hands together for him? Dr. Marcus Natter is quiet, but he is a warrior when it comes to putting things together. And for him to have put a program like this together after he shared the vision, and this has now become the model that a lot of other countries around the world, even some of those who are more powerful and bigger than us, but we are not limited by our size. Our capacity is really who we are as a people, and that is defined by that and nothing else. And so I want to thank Dr. Marcus Natter for his excellent work. Put your hands together for him. Dr. Natter, if you would allow me to adopt the order of precedence that you gave, I really don't want to forget anybody's name, especially Sibyl. And so I want to recognize all of you who have been recognized already. As you can see, it's a partnership between the government, the banking system, the cable, central bank, and the educational system. So it's a system or program that involves everyone. And that is the idea that we really want to portray. And that is the idea that we really want to be carried, that this is a program, not just by the government, but is a program of all of society approach. But let me recognize the parents and guardians of the participants who are here today, but to especially recognize all of our young participants who are now, put your hands together for them. They are now owners of banks, of bank accounts, even though they are quite young, some of them. And secondly, they are becoming young investors. Remember that. So it's not just about working and making a salary and saving. It is about investment as well. And so we believe that investment should begin from a very, very young age. And that is why this program is put together. When we launched Aspire program back in 2024, we made a commitment to every young citizen of this federation that regardless of their background, regardless of where they come from, every child between the ages of 5 and 18, that is when you enter into primary school, and by 18, when you leave college, would have a stake in their own future and a stake in the future of this federation. This commitment structured around 3 key pillars. 1, savings. 2, investment. And the third being education. This, of course, would see every eligible child receiving easy $1,000 contribution from the government. Half of that is intended for savings, and that goes directly into a real savings account. And I think you all have a saving account here in a real bank, the St. Kitts Nevis and Anguilla National Bank. The other half is to be invested in shares in local companies, whether they are government-owned or not. And I'm sure, based on what you have been learning thus far, you are now understanding what a share in a company is, and you can even share that knowledge with your parents and guardians. And I say that because 90% of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, 80 to 90%, do not have shares in any company. And that is wrapped around both wrapped around financial education through a literacy curriculum, and that is taught principally by Sibyl, who is here with us from the Central Bank. This is now being taught in schools so that our young people don't just have money, but they understand money. You have to understand how money works. Money is not the root of all evil. I think the Bible said it a different way. So this is an effort to make you become familiar with money. At the same time that the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, it also says money does what? Huh? Answer it all things. Same Bible says it. So we should not be afraid of money, not to have money. We just need to acquire it in an honest way. You, the students, you will learn about savings, about compound interest, about the difference between a want and a need, and most importantly, about what it means to build wealth from a very young age. That is the structure. And I want to tell you why it matters. There's an old saying that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. For too long, financial literacy and financial opportunity was something that arrived late in life, especially in our society, and was limited just to a selected few. We want to change that in St. Kitts and Nevis. We want this to be available to all of our people. A community that is financially literate is a community that is resilient. It is a community where fewer families fall into cycles of debt and poverty, where more people, especially our young people, can finish school with a plan rather than just a diploma or subjects. They can also have the opportunity to understand what it means to be an entrepreneur and to develop themselves even as young people. When a 9-year-old understands what it means to watch their account grow, that child grows to a 16-year-old who understands what it means to save for university. That child grows into a 25-year-old who understands what it means to invest in a home or a business. And this, of course, means that they can invest for the rest of their lives and build wealth for the generation that comes after them. This is generational wealth. Not wealth that just trickles down, wealth that is built deliberately from the ground up, starting with our youngest citizens. And a country that is filled with citizens who are educated in the field of finance and money, they are best prepared to be prosperous and our best chance to have a prosperous country. As of today, we have over 4,000 accounts opened already. And we have invested over $4 million already into the future of our young people. This is money in real accounts belonging to our children and already beginning to grow. And today, our students are not just receiving a government contribution. And I would like to say that this contribution that you are participating in is not just to be seen as that, but it is a deposit, a practical exercise of how the banking system really works. And so we have called you here today with your parents and guardians to really exercise the power of that account that you have in this bank so that the children can see how banking goes. Let them see how to fill out a form, and hopefully they will not have to write. And I think by in a month or so, they will not be doing any more writing because there's an IT solution coming. Let them see how it is to speak to a teller in the bank. Let them understand how to look at their money in their account and make sure that their money is well placed. Let them ask questions about their interest rate. And they can further ask questions about how they can own shares in the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank. In other words, how can they become part owners of the bank by being a shareholder? This is what this exercise is about today. So I said to our young people, you may not understand the fullness of this at this particular time, but I can assure you that as you grow and you become adults and you recognize the power of what you are being given in terms of setting a sail, a strong financial future, you would reflect and say, remember, 20 years ago, I was at the Bank Street or Central Street in front of National Bank, going inside with the Prime Minister to do a transaction and to understand how it is to deal with money at the bank level. And I want to make an announcement today that as we continue to do this, we want to build it out and build it out stronger. I just had a meeting with the financial secretary, and we are going to launch a bond. And when we launch that bond, the Aspire program is going to invest in that bond a couple $1 million. And the interest from that will be for you. That will be your first major investment. But today, what I'm going to do here today, as you go in with your parents, and your parents sit with you to do a transaction, I want to say today that I'm going to match that transaction for each of you up to $200. So whatever your parent or guardian does today, I'm going to match it up to $200. So nobody is going to leave with less than $200. As a matter of fact, I think everybody should get. So if your parent can only afford $20 today, you'll got $220. But there's only one thing I ask of you, that you must carry out the transaction. You have to fill out your form. You have to sign. Make sure that the teller does what they're supposed to do. And then when you're finished, ask the teller for your balance. And tell them to write down your balance for you so that you can keep a check on your balance. And so when that happens, what I want you to think about, when you get a little change here and there, don't buy all in, sweetie. You put some aside. And you say, okay, this for whatever I'm going to buy for snack, but this part is going on the bank. I can't spend all. I have to learn to save. And then you watch your money grows. As a matter of fact, your account will be online. So if you have a smartphone or phone or your parent phone, let them put your account online. And then every week you ask your parent to check your account. Check your account. Once a week, check your account. And then each time you bank some money, you check your account and make sure that your money is where it is supposed to be on your phone. So you put in your account number, you put in all of that, and you keep checking to make sure. And then when you get your shares in different companies, you are supposed to go to the shareholders meeting with your parent. And you can ask the head of the company why they are making the decisions they are making. Because it's your money in the company and they have to tell you what they are doing with your money. And when the company makes a profit, the company will give what they call a dividend. That means they take the profit and they split up the profit among the shareholders. The more you have in, is the bigger your share of the dividend. So it means you don't only have to depend on the bank for the interest that comes on your money or your savings. But if you invest every year, if the company is successful, you are supposed to get a share of the profits of that company, and then you can invest more, or you can put it to your savings to watch your savings grow, or you can take some of the money eventually and invest in another company. So then you're investing in multiple companies, and so you're not getting money from one source. At the end of the day, and I'll finally say that this is intended to make sure that you build a financial future from now. And I say it in local parlance, so that you are not as broke as the parents like us when we were growing up. We understand that. We can put an end to that. So when you become an adult, you don't start from zero. You start with a bank account and you are the owners of shares in companies. And that gives you the opportunity to build a successful financial life. So I want to thank all of you once again, and all of your children here. We'll go in the bank together. And as I tell you, I'll match all of you up to $200. And then you'll get your account balance. And I ask you and implore you that whatever little change you have, always put away some to save, and eventually to invest. If you remember one thing that I said today, is that I want all of you to have a very secure financial future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. Can we give the Honorable Prime Minister another round of applause? And the Honorable Prime Minister didn't name any countries. I won't name the countries, but I can tell you many countries, large and small, have reached out to us and asked us about this program, and we've shared information with them as well. And so, as usual, St. Kitts and Nevis, we like to lead and lead from the front. And so, whatever innovations we have here in St. Kitts and Nevis, we don't keep it to ourselves and we share. And that will make the region, I believe, on a whole, even better. I want to also echo something the Prime Minister said, and he said it before, where he says, you know, for us growing up, the older ones growing up, we started financially behind the start line, and Aspire is intended to put us on the start line or even a little ahead. You know, sometimes when you're in primary school, you're starting on the start line, but you kind of edge up to try to get that extra advantage. That is what Aspire is about, giving our students, our young people, that little extra advantage and head start in life, in their financial future. At this time, I'm going to invite Ms. Ziena Wilkin, who will give some remarks. She is the salutatorian of the Sandy Point Primary School. Please welcome Ziena.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ziena Wilkin, and just this month, I graduated from the Sandy Point Primary School. I am really happy to be here today for this Aspire banking experience. I know many of us have been looking forward to today because we get the opportunity to make deposits into our Aspire accounts and also take part in the banking process ourselves. It is exciting that we will get to complete our deposit slips, interact with the tellers, and make our own deposits. I think experiences like this help us learn more about saving and make us feel more confident about using our Aspire accounts. We would like to thank Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Terrance for matching the amounts we deposit today. Knowing that our deposits will be doubled makes today even more exciting and gives our savings a bigger boost for the future. Thank you to the Prime Minister, the government, the Aspire Task Force, and the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank for making today's exercise possible. We are so grateful to you for banking on us as we bank on our future. Thank you.
And another round of applause. All right. And so that brings us to the end of this part of the program. We're going to move on to the inside of the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank. I know Mr. Galloway and his team have rolled out the, well, let's say purple carpet for Aspire today. And so we invite you to join us as we're going to let Mr. Galloway and Honorable Prime Minister lead the way, followed by our Aspire Task Force, Ministry of Education officials. I want to recognize Mr. Francil Morris as well, our Chief Education Officer, who is here.
Ready to advance? Ready? Real money? How are you, man? Alright, ready? Alright, they're gonna lead us. Alright, yes. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I guess you got to tell me. Okay. Hey, I see just for the moment. Yes.
Please proceed to station 1. Please proceed to station 10. Please proceed to station 12. Please proceed to station 8. Please proceed to station 7. Please proceed to station 1. Please proceed to station 10. Please proceed to station 5.
Put it on here.
Hey. Oh, this is all right. Again and again and again. That's private, eh? Right? Good. Yes, of course. Yeah. You are good at you want to get that? It was easy. Yes, you prepare yourself now. Good. So it was easier to do for yourself now. So that each common bank. So you're going to have a saving. So you're building it through your savings, right? Yes. Yeah, come on, yes. So this is the first thing I'm back. This is just Expect the way to do 4, Terrance house. Terrance would like to so bank the money today. So it was easy. You know, coming back in all the time. You don't spend our holiday, right? Yes. Look up to the bank. Come quick. Right? Some money? Yes. Alright, big deal. Cover inside and put some on it. How much is it? Yes, how are you? It was easier like that. But you get it done. So you can practice it more. Alright. So how you feel after you doing the phone now? How you feel? You good? No? Yes. Alright. Big fella now? Yes. How are you? Good, is that? Wow. Yes. Congratulations. How are you? Right? Good. Yeah, that's how the substitute. That's it. That was quick. No, thank you.
Okay, already?
So we did all of them. I didn't know. So all of them, all of you for scared about that. Alright? That was the children of That's how we got pictures together. Yes. Well done, man. Yes. Get up. Right there. No. Okay. Anybody else say? That's it? All right. So let's say close smile now. Money? Bank it? Bank it. What else is it? Aspire. 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 After 2, 1, 2. Aspire.